Okay, guys, so now that we know how to combine like terms, let's try to actually solve a problem where combining like terms is necessary. So as you see here, our method stays the same. We're just going to add in this step of combining like terms, okay? So we're going to look for parentheses. Step one says we have to distribute if we see any. So on the left-hand side here, I do see some sets of parentheses, so I'm going to need to distribute. Remember, distribute just means multiply. So I'm going to multiply that 3 out to everything in the parentheses. There's no coefficient, we call it in front of the x, so what I'm going to put there is a number 1. Anytime there's no number there, we're just going to put the number 1. So I'm going to get my calculator. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So I have 3x plus 18. Again, we have to distribute, and since there's no number here in front of the parentheses, I'm just going to put a 1, so that's a negative 1. So negative 1 times 5 and negative 1 times 7. Let's see, negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Then negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. So we have negative 5, and there was an x connected to it, minus 7. And then we could bring down our equal sign and bring down our negative 9, and we're done with step 1. So we've had to distribute here. Next, we want to combine like terms. So like we learned, I'm going to get out my little highlighters, and I'm going to highlight all my variables one color. I'm going to highlight all my constants another color, right? And when I say combine, I mean add. So I'm going to add my variables together. Let's see, we have 3 plus a negative 5. That gives me negative 2. So that tells me I have negative 2 x's here. And then I'm going to add my constants. So I have 18. I'm going to combine them. So plus negative 7. So 18 combined with negative 7 is positive 11. Is equal to negative 9. Okay. So we're done with step 2. We've combined like terms. My favorite step is here, box the variable. It's my favorite because it's the easiest, right? So now I know what I have to solve for. We're going to isolate whatever constant is attached to that variable. So there's an 11 attached there. So we're going to subtract 11 from both sides. 11 minus 11 is 0. And then negative 9 minus 11 is negative 20. So I end up with negative 20 is equal to negative 2x. And we're on the last step. We just need to divide by the number in front of the variable. So I'm going to divide by this negative 2. We have to be real careful. There's a lot of negatives here. But as long as we use our calculator, we should have no problem, right? So negative 2 divided by negative 2 should cancel out to 1. We're left with x is equal to negative 20 divided by negative 2. We have 10. So x is equal to 10, right? So anytime I plug the number 10 into this equation, it will be true. And we've went ahead and gone through our process. We're done.